cigars and a brew, discussing movies while kicking back. Whether they are good or they're bad, with the hottest movies and non-released, I am talking about details and what I see. So tune into the podcast while I vent with reviews, news, and nonsense, yeah.
And now, recorded live from the capital of the first state of these great United States, Keith.
So for a few months now, we've seen that this movie was going to come out. That's, of course, Deadpool 2016, coming out in February, which strikes, I think, everyone as a very odd choice of months to put a movie out. You know, I mean, I've talked about it before. You don't put movies out in February. That's usually where it's a dumping ground for crap. Last year, I remember I was watching Spare Parts. Do any of you remember that one? I've tried to forget it since then. Anyway, this is a Marvel movie. But this is not Disney Marvel. This is by Fox. They're coming out. They came out with a version of Deadpool once before, actually, in an X-Men movie where he doesn't really say anything. And he gets killed. But we're going to forget all that because this movie is the movie that we all wanted to see. This is the true Deadpool, true to the origins in the comic books. We're going to try this new version of him. And, you know, you think about it, they're selling this as a Valentine's Day movie in true Deadpool shtick. It is a love story. It's a love story between, Wade Wilson, who is a former Special Forces agent operative that's turned mercenary, and his love interest is none other than our Firefly goddess, Morena Baccarin. So she is in this movie, and she plays a prostitute and is his love interest. And there's quite an amazing sequence montage of the two of them together. That is odd. Their relationship is definitely odd. But what we find out is that our buddy Wade is going to die because he has about 35 forms of cancer all at once, and he agrees to subject himself to a process that is promised to give him healing powers, though they're trying to create a super slave and not a super dude. You know how this is going to work out. We're set up with some bad guys. Ajax is the main bad guy. We tie this back in with Colossus. And I don't know who his sidekick was because I haven't seen her before, and I don't know where she comes from. I'm sure many comic book guys would know exactly where she came from. She doesn't really. She's kind of cool because she can do some fire stuff, but I don't really know who she is. So Colossus comes in, and we've seen him before in the X-Men movies, but in this one he plays truer to who he is in the comic books, and he has a Russian accent and is quite a bit more impressive physically than his former portrayal. We never see him in human form in this movie, but he does a great job of tying it, and he has a bit of levity. He's a good guy for good guy's sake, and the sequences where the two of them are together is quite comical at times. In fact, this movie is definitely on the light side, even though it's kind of unusual. This is a movie that is a Marvel movie that's rated R, and yet I would say it has a much lighter tone than the other movies that we've gotten from Fox and really even from the Disney side. There's a lot of humor in this movie. This is like a romantic comedy, in fact. You know, if The Martian can be a comedy by the Golden was it the Golden Globes? I believe it was the Golden Globes that did it, and then this should certainly be a romantic comedy. And we should all be taking our girlfriends and wives, etc., to see it. This is a great launching of a franchise for Fox. I think this movie is going to do tremendous numbers for February. I like to see how they're going to tie this into the universe at some point, because they've gone back. I mean, Colossus is sort of a modern day type thing. When they've gone back in history, Colossus was supposed to come along much later. So I don't know how you tie all that together in the Days of Future Past crew, and whether Deadpool has any ability to come into that. But I'm guessing not, because it's supposed to be older. But we'll have to see how that plays out. I certainly think they got something with this, because it's almost like they get to do the spoof movie and make it real to some extent. And it's sort of the anti-hero superhero movie. And they did a good job with it. I was not disappointed. I don't think you will be either. I'd love to hear it. I'm going to give this one an A-. Talk to you again soon.
You have been listening to the Movies, Cigars, and a Brew podcast. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, and Stitcher. Find reviews of other movies, cigars, and beers at moviescigarsandabrew.com. Give a like on Facebook or follow Keith on Twitter at Movie Cigar Beer. Your trailer is coming up next.
I love you, Wade Wilson. We can fight this.
You're right. The cancer's only my liver, lungs, prostate, and brain. All things I can live without.
What if I told you we can make you better? You're a fighter. We can give you abilities most men only dream of. Make you a superhero.
You just promise you'll do right by me, so I can do right by someone else.
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
One thing that never survives this place is a sense of humor.
We'll see about that, Posh Spice. Oh, come on. You know, leave me all alone here with less angry Rosie O'Donnell?
Hey, yeah, I wanna shoot, baby.
Packed in your stack, especially in the back, brother. Wanna thank your mother for a butt like that. You're a shotgun bang. What's up with that thing? I wanna know, how does it hang? Mr. The Buck, like Prince, say you're a happy mother.
Wait! You may be wondering why the red suit. Well, that's so bad guys can't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Cue the music.
X gon' give it to you. Wait for you to get it. What the? X gon' deliver to you. Red with the enemy. No matter how many counts I break, red when I'm enemy.
Reeks like old lady pants in here.
Why such a douche this morning?
Oh, God, you are hard to look at. You look like the topographical map of Utah.
Exactly.
Down, like a shit free. I won't be the one ending up on the beat. It's the only thing you can't do. Came out to play. Stay out.
I am very turned on right now.
X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
You are haunting. You look like an avocado had sex with an older avocado.
Thank you.
Greetings, munchkins. Did you like that dose of green band goodness? Hankering for a little more action? Some big boy curse words, maybe? Check out DeadpoolWebsite.com for my red band trailer. Make sure to ask your mommy and tell her to call me. She's got the number.